Hello and welcome. Hey Labs, was beginning to think you wasn't streaming tonight. Face with tears of joy.
Well, it is Friday. It is around about 7 o'clock. That must mean it's stream time once again. Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Conan Exiles. So yeah, here we are. Back with episode 2 of our playthrough. And as usual, thought we'll start with the screen for the bazaar for those who are interested of what is available at the time of the stream. Bear in mind, afterwards this probably will be different. Some of these certainly will be. But some of these others may have also changed as well, but that is what is currently available, if you're interested of course. So there we go. Right, yep, so there we are. As I say, we're on episode 2 now, back again. And if you remember last week when we started out with a couple of journey steps. We've made our way down here, we've got all the way down here to New River, and we've set up our first little sort of starter base, if you will, starter platform. We are in single player just here. Across from the Sentinels, we've got a few levels, done a little bit of leveling up, which we're going to do again because we need to get levels if we're going to progress any further. We then went off and did a little run along here, around here, took out the one skull person around here, got a piece of armour, which yes isn't great, but it's a start to what we've got, which is great. And if you remember last week, I did say off camera what I'll do is I'll do another little run of this little area again, just around here, just to get some more iron, which we've done, and we've now got cooked up so that we can hopefully wrong button, make our blacksmith bench.
Max and Gar.
Let me just have a look. That one. Oop. So what we're going to need is some of that. Let's check what we need for this. Is it iron? And stone was the other thing. So yeah, good to see everybody. How is everybody? How are you? How's your week been? Hope you've had a good one. Hope you've not all been too busy. Hopefully you've all had a reasonable week. Get the right one in a minute, it would help, wouldn't it? There we go. Well, yeah, good to see everybody. Welcome on in. Who we got? Who's here? Got Kathy. Max, I see you there. Angar, good evening. Good to see you all. Hope you're all doing well, as I say. We are back at it again. I'm just going to throw these down for the minute because we're not going to be staying here permanently, obviously. But yeah, you don't have to bunch it as well. But we're here for the moment. So what we will do is get that set up like that, and then we'll take those. Hope you can all hear me coming through loud and clear, hopefully.
Evening, everyone.
Alright. Okay, so yeah, we've got our blacksmith now. Let's have a look. Here's a couple of journeys we can start doing as we go along. Tanner, what do we need to do for that one? Craft a skinning knife, skin a corpse. Might as well unlock that one as well, because I don't think we've got a skinning knife yet.
Hi, Rob.
If I remember correctly, nope, don't think we have. So what we'll do is grab some of those. What am I looking for? Skinning knife, that one. I may well have had one, but you know what I'm like, chat. Hopeless to remember. Oh, I have, it's already there, look. See? Not paying attention already. I've already got run bar still. Still on the bar there. Tell you. Noob. Total noob. Don't know what I'm doing. Ay, ay, ay. Starts with me to go on, eh? Oh dear. So yeah, we'll get a couple more journeys done, do a bit of levelling up. What level are we? Do we have any points to spend? No, we don't have any points to spend yet. Ideally we want to get this vitality up. Definitely want to get stamina up. But we need some more armour, and our easiest way to get that at the minute is from these one skulls, as we've discovered last week. So what we're going to do for the moment is put that away, because we don't need to take it with us. Grab that little bit of food. So yeah, sort of a week's everybody had. What if all had a good one? Let's see, catch up for a moment. Yeah, that's all coming fine. Right. Oh, and the other thing, as we said last week, I've checked the settings again. And yeah, I didn't speed up the night time for some reason, but I've now done that. So hopefully when we do get the night times, it won't be too difficult. Won't be too bad. We'll hopefully be able to see what we're doing this time. Yeah, we can pick up some more aloe as we go as well. Try and get a couple of these beasties over here. I say beasties, I mean the shellbacks that are technically not beasties, because they don't attack you unless you attack them. So let's see. Gonna have to repair these soon again as well. I can do it now actually, I've got the material on me. Perfect. Right, we could do with these two separating, which they are now doing, which is good. Right, let's give this one a go. Get that bleed started on you. There we go. Right. That's the first step of that journey done. Let's get this next bit done there. Take this one down. Take this hide back. Oh, ow. I'll let you have that cheeky slap, young man. And there he goes. Hey, daggers are definitely your most OP weapon at early game. Anybody will tell you that. You just, yeah. Best thing you can go for early on. Just do your heavy attack, which for me on console is R2. Well, I say on console, but that's on the PlayStation. I mean, obviously. Might be different on Xbox, whichever button that is. But it's your heavy attack button, basically. Right, put that on there. A little bit more food, we can cook that up. Right. As I say, we want to get leveled up, but we also want to get some armour to get us going as well. I'm going to stamina for that point, I think. So the aim of today is to obviously get leveled up, hopefully get some armour. We'll go for a little wander just down the river that way a bit as well, see if we can't get some armour from the other couple of people down that way again as well. See what we can find. Just see if there's anything that we don't necessarily need to be carrying with us, because why carry excess weight when you don't need to? Those I probably do need to take, because if we want to repair stuff we'll need some branches as well. Right, let's go this way a little bit. Go. Awesome. Right. Let's just see. Gotta be careful because occasionally one of these can spawn as a one skull shellback, and I don't know really, even though yes we're not on a nomad run, so it wouldn't really matter too much, but I don't want to end up dying unnecessarily if we can help it. Oh, hello. That's not one, because obviously that's just one of the aggressive ones that some of them will just attack you for no reason. Oops, stamina. Ow. I see again. He just bled out to the bleed, which is perfect. That's what we want. So what's everybody been up to? Hope you're all ready for the weekend. Not too cold, I hope. As it's, yeah, not been too bad around here, but certainly not been warm, but definitely not been as cold as it could be, definitely. Oh, hello.
Been exploring new playgrounds this week, rolling on the
Ooh.
floor, laughing fire.
Very cool. Having fun? Having fun with them, of course, I suppose. Because that is the main thing. That is the most important bit. Hopefully you've been having fun with it, because, yeah. Absolutely, that's good. That's what you want though, isn't it? Yeah, you want a playground to be a playground, but you want it to be fun. Of course you do. What's the point of having a playground to mess around on and look at if it's boring and you're not having fun? It's one of the big things, isn't it? Seen a few videos on Ark recently as well of I can't remember his channel name, but
Barbarics are challenging hyphen a lot of buttons.
yeah, buttons definitely. I was doing that today when I've been playing Ark and only came off playing Ark about an hour ago, well, less than an hour ago before starting this tonight. And I thought, yeah, I better add. Need to get a rest or else I'll be buttons. I'll be pressing all the wrong buttons. I think Tay and Rob are going to start a... Tay and Kathy, rather, are going to start a... I don't know what they've called it, counter, but every time I do something wrong in game, I'll press a wrong button counter. So instead of a death counter, we're going to have a wrong button counter. See how many times I press the wrong button. Which I can't say that won't happen, because it probably will. Hey, give up again, crocodile. Alright then. I don't know what it is with me, but these crocodiles don't want to fight me, do they? They start, then they change their mind. Yeah, they were talking about it earlier. Says, oh, instead of a death counter, we need a... Really? Need a wrong button counter for every time I do something. I press the wrong button. Is this a bug, or are they just being weird? Because now you want to attack the third time coming down. Really, dude? I didn't want to know me the first time. Is it me, or are they bugged out? What do you reckon, chat? I mean, yes, he's attacking me now, but... That was weird. Twice he aggroed and then de-aggroed and then decided the next time to attack. Very strange. Right, here's our first victim, or volunteer should we say. Is he going to aggro? Oh no, he's coming at us. I thought he'd seen the shellbacks for a minute. Oh yeah, of course now they dodge. Aren't you glad you did your nomad run when you did, Angar? The fact that these guys now dodge like they do. Imagine how much more difficult that would have been now. Oof. The nomad run just got more challenging. Yeah, okay. Well, we don't want that. We don't need the top. We'll take the pants and the boots for a minute. They're not ideal, but they're better than what we've got. At least it gives us a bit of something. Ideally, I'd like full medium, or a mixture of medium and heavy if necessary, but... Oh, you look a different colour. Yes, you are. Right, in that case, that's why we run away. Get into the water so he can't follow us for a start. Right. Cross over here. That's on one skull. Yeah, I could have probably taken him on, but with the lack of stamina, I don't really fancy my chances so much, as they say. It might not have ended well. Well, the beauty of it is, once we get some leather going, because we can craft and do all that type of stuff, we can, well, I mean, it won't give us as much armour as an actual crafted piece, but we can make a medium chest piece, repair the medium chest piece that we're wearing. So that'll give us a little bit more armour on that at least. So we don't have to craft it at least. Oh, look at you sidestepping. Clever crocodile. Or alligator, whatever you are. Crocodile, I suppose. Right. I'm not bothered about that meat for just now, so we'll dump that. Don't need stuff weighing us down that we don't need right now. Right, where I want to be is around here a bit more. I'm going to head over this way. Yes, how is everybody? Everybody's very quiet tonight. Hope everybody's good. You all seem very, very quiet tonight. Where am I going here? Osgaloth to you and all, whatever that means.
Yeah, all good THX.
That's good. Good to know. As long as everybody's alright, that is the most important thing. Right. Get me bearings now.
Huh?
Huh? Yeah, we'll leave them to fight. Not our fight, we're not going to get involved. What do you say, chat? They want to fight the imps, leave them to it. Oh yeah, there he is. Or she. Can't quite tell from here. Because I've come across the river. Couldn't quite just make out where they were. Is there any aloe around here? Let's grab some fibre, and we can make some more rough wraps at least. What? Did I just see? Yes, I did. There we go, some aloe. Thought I did. That's good. Right. Like I say, it's just going to be a nice, steady play through this. We're not going to rush anything. We're not going to, you know, go barreling into any fights. And I mean, yes, alright, if I die, it doesn't matter because I can put a bedroll down this time. So if I did make that silly mistake that I made against the Defari where I got flipping power shotted by him in my Nomad run, then yeah, alright, if we died this time, it wouldn't matter because we could respawn and try again. But yeah, I know it is a lady. I thought it was. Before we do that, let's just get. Where are they? Where'd they go? Am I cracking up, chat? Where'd they gone? There we go. Gone past them. That one. And then make up those. All XP again as well. While we're running around. It's already dealt with the crocodile by the look of it.
Watch out!
Whoa! Oh, stamina. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh, that was lucky. She almost did for us there. She almost got us. That's why you say the stamina, or lack of, is not good. It can put you in, well, that's one of those situations we call it, Max. The, oh crap moment. Yeah. It can put you in one of them, which isn't great, let's be honest. That and that. Not too fussed about wearing the helmet just now, but we've got it at least. Would have been better if it had been a boots or the gloves or the legs, but hey, can't have it all. So what have we got to do for our journey now? We need to access or place a tannery, right. So we need to do that when we get home. I thought it put me under the water then. Let's put those up there. Oh, no, it's not going to let us do that. Right, okay. Won't let us do it while we're in the water for some reason. Oh, excuse me. Have a drink of my coffee while we go. But yeah, going back to what I was saying earlier, there's a guy I've been watching, I can't remember his channel name, but he does a lot of Ark news, and he was on about stuff that they've said with recent updates and new updates that are coming up, like especially with the Unreal Engine 5.7 that Epic's working on, which apparently they're saying is going to be pretty good, especially for console players. We'll probably notice it a lot more of performance-wise, the way things, I mean, it's, yes, not great, let's be honest, and like he said, we probably never will see a perfect Ark.
Sorry, was asked for a couple of minutes - anybody died.
Because, let's be honest, any game is never perfect. It's the way games go. You never get a game, especially not a live service, that's 100%, you know, perfect. There's always going to be issues with gaming. It's the way it works, you know. There's always going to be problems. But if they can do things to optimize it better and make it more, you know, even more playable than what it already is, and better for, especially for console users, a lot more stability and a lot less strain on the CPU, GPU kind of things. Ah, welcome back. No, you didn't miss anything.
Not even 60% from Funkin.
Yeah, exactly. And he was saying, Dave said something that with this Unreal 5.7 update.
Love the direction that Ark is currently taking. Hope they create a Conan with Dinosaurus with Ark 2.
Yeah. He was saying something that they've said that with this Unreal 5.7 version, that in testing and stuff, they were seeing stability improvements and stuff like that, especially for consoles, of like 30% or something, 30-40% increase to what we're already getting, which... Hang on, let's... run away from these guys because of our lack of stamina. Because for some reason we don't seem to be able to fight. They've lost interest. Yeah, that potentially it'll certainly benefit console players a lot more. we're going to potentially see a lot more stability to stuff and really notice it more than anybody, apparently. But obviously, time will tell, as the saying goes with that one, as to whether that is the case or not. I mean, that would be fantastic if it does, because, yeah, the direction they're going, obviously, like with any game, you know, they put a roadmap out, and like you were saying on Monday, Max, that, yeah, you hope when they say, oh, they'll deliver, they're going to deliver this, they're going to deliver that, and hope they can do it. Of course we do, just like with any game. But I suppose they have to put these roadmaps out because a lot of the time as well, it's the shareholders and what have you, isn't it, as well, that are probably saying, right, come on, I'm investor, you know, investors and what have you, rather. I've got a lot of money in this game. What are you doing for the next 12 months, kind of thing? So they want to see plans that the developers have got for the game, and they need to put a roadmap out to obviously keep those investors happy and obviously keep the player base happy as well, of course. But yeah, absolutely, we've got to cross everything. That, you know, I don't like talking negative of any sort of game developer. You know, I'd like to try and be positive, but you've just got to be brutally honest when it's, you know, that. Going back to Conan, I saw a video from Eradication.
Yeah, they always have to lie to the investor's face with tears of joy.
I think it was yesterday or a couple of days ago, Eradication had done a video for Conan, going through, you know, since that dev letter came out and what they've fixed, what they haven't fixed. And he even said something in his video that we as a group have all been saying at times as well. That a lot of people, obviously, we've realised they would have probably felt that as well, but never thought too much about it. It sort of went from, okay, what have they fixed now, to, okay, what have they broke now? And we shouldn't have to be thinking, okay, what they fixed, instead of thinking, you know, what have they fixed, what have they broken now? We shouldn't have to be thinking like that, but when things go the way they do, it starts to make you think like that, doesn't it? And yeah, you don't want to get to a point where you're saying, okay, what did they break this time? But obviously, yeah, it's a spaghetti code, potentially. It's been around for a long time, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of work that goes involved with it that we don't know about. But you just, and again, he even said Eradication again, it's the communication side of it, which they promised to start doing a lot more. They said they would start communicating a lot more and keeping people updated with what's going on a lot more, and unfortunately, we're in this same old scenario again of where we're barely hearing anything again. And we're going months and months and months without an update, then we get an update and either something goes wrong with it or just, yeah, I don't know. It's, yeah, interesting to say the least, shall we say. Right, what do we need? More stone and bark. Right. But yeah, and alright, going back to Ark, it has its issues, always has done, and probably like most games always will do. But when you compare how those devs communicate with people and how they're talking to the players as opposed to the lack of communication coming from Funcom's side of things, it does make you wonder, well, alright, yeah, people are expecting you to tell them everything because there's probably not a lot of things they can say. There's probably a lot of things they're not allowed to say. But you could at least, you know, as they say, touch base with your fans, you know, your players, and just say, hey, we're still here, we're working hard on X, Y, Z, or what we said last time, we're hoping to have a fix for B and C next month, blah blah blah. Thank you for sticking with us. Hope you stay with us, kind of thing. But they don't. They just seem to go radio silent, as they say. We don't hear anything for months on end. Whereas Wildcard, there's always community managers putting things out. There's devs that put things out, and there's pretty much, certainly on console, a fix for something or a patch for something pretty much, if not every day, every other day, or certainly 2 or 3 days a week, if not more. as we've been noticing that. And alright, yes, it might only be to fix 1 or 2 issues, but what's better, having an update every couple of days that fixes something, or waiting 6 to 8 months for a big update that, again, maybe fixes 1 or 2 underlying issues, but doesn't solve others. Like, yeah, okay. Again, going back to Eradication's video, he was talking about the Foundations issue, you know, with people, with players and thralls, as they're called in the game, but NPCs.
Council don't work.
You know, sticking through the floor, people were sinking through the floor. And then obviously, he's been hearing reports still of people still having issues where just followers or them at times are still sinking through the floor. I've not noticed it very much. I've certainly not had it as a player character, not on single player anyway. And I've not seen it on a server that I've been playing on. But apparently it can still happen. And people are a bit 50-50 because it's, when they brought that letter out, they sort of renamed everything the unofficial Age of Fixes, which, and they said in it, if we remember right, won't be adding anything new, gonna focus on, yeah, that's it, getting the game stable, getting things working, hopefully fixing stuff, then we'll look at adding new stuff once we get it more playable. Alright, don't get me wrong, some of the new sorcery stuff is cool. The new thrall trading cages, they're pretty cool, because handy for people if you've got NPCs knocking around you don't want anymore. It's a cool little trader system, but again, they're both new content. There's the Dark Dregs, which is a different version of the Dregs Dungeon, which is down here, a harder version of that. Yes, it's only an event, but it's new content again. So you're still adding things onto a code that you're already trying to fix. How does adding these new things fix any code of things that are wrong? I can't get my head around why they're doing things the way they are. If you tell people you're not going to be adding anything new for the foreseeable while you fix all the underlying issues, why are you still adding stuff then? You know, of course we want new content and we want things to do, but we need the game running properly to be able to enjoy it properly. Let's be honest. That one.
I have very little faith that they can actually fix the game.
Yeah, it's certainly looking that way, unfortunately, now, isn't it? That there's just so much wrong with it. And it's like we've all been saying before, isn't it? We don't want Conan to close down, of course we don't. A lot of people love this game, and still, hence why we're still here playing it at times. Why Angor's still doing his guides and things, because there is a player base still, albeit a dwindling player base. You know, there are people still playing it.
Dark Dregs was in the game for Age of Heroes, but wasn't put live due to issues at the time.
Yeah, well, yeah, so okay, it wasn't put live at the time because of issues, but then, alright, it was ready, but you're still adding new content in. That, again, when they put it in at Age of Heroes, it caused issues, didn't it? It's, yeah, I suppose there's falls and against with all sides of the arguments that you could say, really, but, and it's a shame, and it's frustrating. Not, and I'm sure other creators will agree, not just from a content creator perspective, like doing these live streams and making videos, but as a player myself as well, who plays the game and loves the game, it's frustrating that it's going the way it is, because you're sort of asking, I'm sure most of you are like me, why? Why have they let it go this way? Why have they let it go downhill like it has? What's gone wrong somewhere to make it start going the way it is? It's a shame. Because it is a really good game. It's a really good, pretty much sandbox survival game. You know, you create your character. Yes, there is a, if you will, quote-unquote, mission chain that you can follow, so journey steps in one way to help you through the game. But there's the whole finding the different bosses that you need to kill to get the pieces to make your bracelet, to remove your bracelet if you want to do. It's up here somewhere. remove your bracelet, and then leave the exiled lands. That's it, you're free, you completed the game. So you can complete the game, but again, the beauty of it is that you don't have to complete the game. You can play for as long as you want, because you are your own character story. You write your own character story. And the only reason, like for me, especially why there hasn't been as many videos just recently, is because not because I've lost interest with the game and don't want to make the videos and do the guides and what have you. I just don't feel there's been the content there enough to make it viable for me personally. For the type of videos I do, there hasn't been the content there to keep doing a weekly or a twice weekly video. I used to love doing that, putting a week, a video a week or 2 videos a week out, a Tuesday and a Thursday, then my stream on a Friday. That was great. And in a way, when you get these big new updates, there's so much to look at, and I do the couple of videos like I did again the other week with all the new stuff that came out. That was great. It gave me a reason to be back in the game again, but it also gave me content to do, which is to share with you guys. So I can look at it on a frustration level from two sides, as a player of the game, as a consumer, but the frustrations with it as a creator, because it makes it hard for you to, like, well, alright, I want to support my favourite game. It was difficult for me with this decision to decide to do a playthrough again, because I know it's a stream playthrough series. People have seen dozens of other people do it. They've probably seen me do it before. Why should I do it again? But it was just with the situation we're at with Ark and other things at the moment, again, like I said last week, that I don't want to discuss on stream because it's not appropriate and it isn't important for this stream. But I needed something to give me a focus and a bit of something to do, so I can keep the streams going, to catch up with you guys as well, but then to also keep... Yes, streams don't grow your channel the same as videos do. Videos grow your channel a lot quicker and better than live streams, obviously. But it's a place to connect with you guys and catch up with everybody, and a place where people, can come and ask questions if they want to do. Not that I have the answer, but if I don't, I can hopefully point them in the direction of somebody who does. And it's... we'll keep going with this playthrough and we'll see it through, unless it gets to a point where there is an issue that we can't do anything about. Then obviously we'll have to change again. But as things stand at the moment, we're okay. Right, let's see where we're up to. What do we need to do? Tanner's table, okay. That would be that one, which is wood, and we don't have enough, I don't think. But yeah, I don't know what other people think, what your sort of opinions on it are. It's always good to hear, what other people think and how you feel about things and what your impressions are on it. You might have totally different feelings to how I feel, which everybody, is entitled to their opinion. All I ask for of those who are in chat now and those who may leave comments on here in the future giving their opinion, that you at least keep it polite and civilized at least, which I know people do, and don't ask for much, like I say. Alright, yes, if you feel negative with your opinion, that's your opinion, you're entitled to it, but I just ask that people keep it, to a civilised discussion, like I say, be that live now or in a future comment, Please do share your thoughts and opinions. Because this is what it's all about, building a community, and I do hope to look at other games in the future. I do want to try and do more stuff with Ark, because gotta say I love that game as well. So different to Conan in what you can do. Very similar in a lot of ways, but a lot of other different things as well. Still so much exploration to do, especially now that we're on Lost Colony as well. So we've not given up with that, just taking a break at the moment, like I say, for various reasons. But we will be back at that, definitely. And I do have my eye on other games as well that are potentially coming out this year. Well, I'll say potentially, we know they're coming out. One of them's a single player game, and there's another one I've got my eye on as well that hasn't got a release date as yet, but it's been announced for console, which is another one of my big favourites that was only a PC game at one time. So I've been looking forward to trying that one out as well. When it eventually, I mean, that might not even release this year. That might be next year or the year after before that even releases, who knows. Oh, there we go.
I really struggle when you get mixed communication stating we are working on the problems and seeing nothing changing. Especially when it's...
Yeah, I get that. Exactly. They say we're working on... Or again, it's the lack of communication, isn't it? Yes, alright, you realise there's certain things they can't probably talk about and they can't disclose, but surely there's some things that they could, give an update on just to let us know what they're doing.
I think the Conan issues are blown out of proportion. I personally don't see many problems at all, man shrugging. Why can't Conan Exiles have crossplay?
Yeah, exactly. That would have been another good one if it had been crossplay. I think that would have potentially helped a lot as well, because then you'd have had... Because Ark can do it. Ark have done it. Funcom will say that, oh, console players don't get mods like they do on PC because Sony doesn't allow it. Well, why does Wildcard allow mods for Ark then? For PC and console, and that's crossplay. How come they can use mods? Wildcard have done it with Ark. So, it's crossplay there and it's moddable on console as well. But with Conan, unfortunately...
Crossplay will require a complete code rewrite.
Oh yeah, absolutely it would. Yeah, so you'd be talking, Conan 2.0 potentially if there was such a thing. Absolutely. There's no argument about that. Definitely not. There's no disputing that at all. Like I say, and people are entitled to their opinions, and be they good or negative,
Wildcard totally redid Ark for Acer. ASE was not X-Play. So Sony doesn't allow mods, but what about Xbox? I play on Xbox Series X.
Right. Oh yeah, well that makes sense then if ASA was cross-platform and Evolved wasn't. So yeah, ASA is a new version of Ark again, it's a new version of it, a new ground-up build kind of thing of it. Maybe if Conan is the way it is, rather than trying to, let's say, band-aid what's not working now, maybe a direction they should have looked at. Maybe it's too late to go down that road now, or maybe they are and they're just not telling us, but maybe a road they should have gone down a little earlier, or should certainly think about doing now, if not already should have done back in Age of Sorcery when all the issues first started. Make a Conan 2.0 that, yeah, alright, not necessarily on Unreal Engine 5 because people say graphics wise and performance wise and aesthetics wise of the game it would spoil it. Just maybe on a better version of the UE4 if there's such a thing, or a totally different engine, so it keeps that authentic gritty sort of Conan look to it, but make Conan 2.0 for then when you build that, make that cross-play.
Would cost millions and take years.
Oh yeah, no, I realise that. I realise it would it'd take years and it costs money. Of course it does. I realise that. But I don't know. You sort of just think, well, if they do care about the game so much, like they say they do. All right, yes, if there's a lot of things they can't fix that easily or that quickly, because yeah, let's face it, a lot of these issues have been going on for months, if not years. Okay, that's all fine and good, but then why not at least communicate a bit more? Explain what's actually going on. Try and highlight some of the issues that, they're aware of these issues going on. Unfortunately, because this issue is potentially created by XYZ, that's why we can't do this or that, rather than just having people putting things to them and ideas or complaints to them and then not saying anything, just staying radio silent. You know, it kind of, a lot of people know, don't they, as a consumer, that you want communication about your game that you're playing, because you want to know that they actually do still care and that they are still doing things with it. Because you're going to start, as a human being, you're going to start, well, I certainly don't know a lot of other people that I've heard.
Awful.
Well, yeah, exactly. You know, you're trying to keep a player base happy and keep people interested. You want people to play your game because, yes, let's face it, when you're not doing that, when people aren't playing your game, new people aren't buying it, so you're not making money. That's losing you money, which isn't helping you as a company, and it's not helping your investors. And I've said it before, I'm not saying, you know, they should pull the plug if that's how it is, that they can't do anything with it. If it's that broken, pull the plug and don't bother with it anymore. Heck, that's the last thing we all want, any of us. But rather than keep trying to band-aid something, if it's that broken, just be honest with people. Just say they appreciate that people... Are you still the one, Skull? Yeah, you are. Why? People realise, you know, there's things wrong, and we don't have the first clue about game development. Of course we don't, because we're not game developers, any of us. I've seen it happen with other games. There was another game that I won't name for reasons, obviously, but it was a real big game that I loved as well, that came out a few years back. Yes, it had a really rocky launch and a really rocky start, which again, if they hadn't have rushed it out when they did, because they probably did rush it a little bit, it had the premise and the basis to really go somewhere, and it could have been a really good game. Because the core mechanics of it were really good, the combat was really decent. Yeah, alright, you were fighting a lot of the same enemies again, which it had that same issue again. You were just fighting the same enemies constantly. So it felt very repetitive. But it was a superhero game, and you got to play as one of your favourite superheroes if you wanted to, which, when it first came out, even though it had its tremendously rocky start, it had quite a big player base. And I did make some content on that game for a little while, along with a lot of other creators that did. I mean, yes, I didn't start it from the beginning, which a lot of them did, doing content on it, because obviously I was quite early in getting back into my content creation journey again and what have you. Wasn't really fully invested in it all at the time, but that again was a good game, and unfortunately it got to a point where it seemed like the devs gave up on it again, and eventually they pulled the plug, you know, they stopped the servers. And it's a real shame. It really is. When these sort of things happen. It's a real shame. Because it just getting to that point now in a lot of gaming communities, I know, where people are just saying that, why do we not get any good games anymore? Or why is it that the good ones just seem to get forgotten about, that you get told by developers, we love your game, we love the game just as much as you do, we're huge fans of it, we really care about the game. But, like I think Cassie just said, didn't you, when you're not getting the communication, you're not seeing things get fixed to a degree, then obviously, how can you believe that they care about their game as well when they say they do, if they don't share that by the communication or the level of work that they're trying to do on it? You know, be brutally honest with people if they have to do, and just say, we're really sorry, we realise this issue has been around for the last 2 years or whatever, we're really struggling to find a reason of what's causing it, we're really struggling to get to the root cause of it.
Take you.
I'm sure your player base would be understanding then, and because at least we'd be getting some sort of communication. So we'd know what's going on at least. Rather than just radio silence, which is just going to drive your players away, which is what's happened a lot with Conan. And yes, alright, a lot of people don't see issues on certain platforms. Xbox might not see issues PlayStation and PC see. PlayStation don't always get issues that PC get. And likewise, all the different three platforms, Xbox, PlayStation, PC. You hear PC creators mention a bug that they've had for years. We've never heard of it on console. Or we might have bugs on console that PC never get or Xbox never get. It's always going to be like that. When you've got a game that runs off different platforms, you're always going to have it where you're never going to get all the same bugs on all the same platforms. It's just the way it goes. But this is why, as difficult as it is again, and as frustrating as it might be.
Having fun watching you play. May I suggest playing on PC so you can use mods? Several great maps, build sets, etc.
Oh yeah, I wish I could. I would, you know. I did have a PC a little while ago that wasn't the best of PCs, I'll be honest. It just couldn't, even for Conan, it was struggling to load it and very framey. But when I did have it, I was having a look at a couple of the mods that are around, and I say a few of them just to play around with it. But even not heavily modding it, just even using things like Hostess Custom UI just for the UI themes. Yeah, undoubtedly, it is better on PC. Yeah, and it's got its issues, of course it has, but...
At Dutchboy 9273 how's is going?
But yeah, you're right there, Dutchboy. It definitely is better on PC, because I've seen other creators like Angar that play on PC, and it would be awesome to be able to play it on PC. My problem I've got is I ain't got a decent PC to play it on. And obviously now, at this stage, unfortunately, I say unfortunately, I've invested so much into it on the console and everything, pack-wise and what have you, with the DLCs, because of the state it's in. It's a real decision of, could I really invest all that money again, A, in the game if I had a PC to play it on, but also buying all the DLCs again and everything like that. Could I do that again, and would I really want to do that again? Unless we saw some real positive changes with it, or Funcom turn around and say, hey, this is the situation, right? This is how Conan Exiles is running at the moment. This is what we need to do to fix it. We can't actually fix this game as is, so what we need to do is we're looking for investors to try and get new investors to invest in a Conan 2.0, whatever that would be called, Conan Exiles 2 or whatever. Or
ACC. Watched your play the other day. Savage Wilds, I think.
Something different, than obviously, at least people then, yes, alright, you might have to wait a few years for a new version of the game to be out, but at least you'd have something to get...
going back there tomorrow.
You'd have something exciting to get excited over. It's something new's coming. And oh, right, okay. They've realised they can't fix Conan. We accept that, they accept that. So okay. They're working on a new one. That's awesome. I can't wait for Conan number 2, Conan 2.0 or whatever, if there was going to be one. That would be awesome. If they say that's the only way they can fix things now is to obviously start from the ground up, so be it. I'm sure people would wait, and I'm sure there would be a lot of hype and excitement behind it, because not only would you have your player base from all three platforms that played this version of the game, you'd get a new player base, because obviously it'd be getting recommended out to people from people who played the first one, of just how good the core mechanic of it is. So it's... Yeah, it's difficult. Because like I say, again, we can't really say, because we're not game developers, we don't know how it works. Right, let me just see here. That one. Don't need to take. Oh, I just put away there. Don't need that because I've got one on me. That in there for the moment. That twine away for the minute. Fibre, that hide. Well, yeah, it's difficult, but you know, I will obviously still play the game, and I don't want to give up on it because there is so much with it that is good. Yeah, there is so much that works. Access or place an armorer's bench. Right. What do we need for that? We need to be on the right thing for a start. Stone and that one. But yeah, it's you can't hide anything, can you? You've got to be honest with it, and like I say, people are entitled to their opinions and will have different opinions on things, but what one person doesn't see, other people do, you know, on different platforms or what have you. It's the way it goes, unfortunately. And it is frustrating because we don't want to see it go, of course we don't. You know, some of us have got thousands of hours in the game, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day, you know, how many hours you've got in the game, whether it's 10 hours or 6,000 hours or whatever. You know, it's the fact that you put that time, that work into the game, haven't you? And probably even invested financially into it a lot as well, with DLC packs and bizarre items and what have you. I know I certainly have. No, what are we doing here? That one. Some more twine.
I got 12,000 hours on Conan Exiles.
There you go, you see. I bet if we all tallied up now how many hours we've all got between us, we'd have 5-figure sums easily. If everybody here said how many hours they've got in it, I think I'm close to 6k, something like that, or maybe over that, but can't actually just look at it now without it potentially kicking me out of the game. But if everybody tallied up like that, then we worked out how many we've got. We've done it before in other streams, and you just think, you know, the amount of hours people have in the game, it's crazy. I mean, I never had so many hours in the game because obviously, yeah, I always used to play a lot back in the day, and I've always enjoyed playing the game, but a lot of the time previously I was just playing to play for fun before I started doing YouTube or anything. That one. Then what we'll do is put half of that in there.
Evening Exiles XD.
We'll put that in there. Right. What does it want us to do now? Let's see. What am I looking for? Have we used all that twine? Nope, there it is. Put that little bit in there. And I've just realised I haven't put the that one back on so that you guys can see the journeys up the top. Because I have to turn it off when I'm on the other server that I'm playing on because I don't need it on there. And even though this is a single player game, it carries that over to there as well. Yeah. But yeah, good to see everybody. Good to see you all here. If you're just lurking in the background as well, good to see you. Welcome on in. You are very welcome. Do say hi. Don't be shy. We don't bite. Not on a Friday anyway. I don't know about over the weekend, but we certainly don't bite on a Friday anyway. Lots of other people here with a lot of knowledge in this game, and also Ark Survival Ascended if you're a fan of that as well. Lots of people with lots of knowledge. If you're stuck on anything, excuse me, I'm sure they'd be able to help you, or if they can't, they'll be able to point you in the direction of somebody who can. Right. Craft a light padding. Okay. Light padding. Wait for that to do. Okay. Wrong button. That button. Right. Well, what we can do here is go down to the feet. Where's it put them? There they are. Put them back on again. And as you just saw there, if it gets you to do that and you've already got a piece of light armour on that you've requisitioned, shall we say, off one of these one skulls, you don't even have to put it in the bench. You can just take that piece off you're wearing and put it on again, and that'll complete the journey for you as well. Right, so that's done that one. So that's cool. Right. Excuse me. Not gonna worry about that one just yet. So we've done that now. What we'll do is, if we make sure we're not carrying too much again, for a start, that one. Can make some more storage now because we've got plenty of room for it. I'll just put them away again because I need them, don't I? Guess we want to repair our daggers. Split the stack of arrows for a minute.
Please smash collision that like button, but gently. Thumbs up.
Oh, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Yeah, smash the like button, but do it gently. Don't want you to break everything. Yeah, very much so. Much appreciated, thank you. Put some of those away because we don't need all of those on us just yet. That one. Don't need siege yet.
Hello all, hi labs, how goes the series?
We can lose that, and we can lose that now. A confused barbarian, Troy, good to see you. Doing alright, thank you. Doing good, hope you're well. Good to see you. Yeah. Right, so, now we're a little bit lighter. I don't think we've got any more points yet, no we haven't.
Evening labs and chat.
Who's that?
Hi Shriff.
Shriff, good to see you. Welcome on in. Hope you're good. Yeah, here we are again, Friday already. But on a positive note, that means it's the weekend again. So the weekend of Conan and arc shenanigans, as they say, can begin.
Hand pink waving.
Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, so we're just kind of focusing on getting leveled up a little bit, getting some materials together, because we don't want to spend forever on Newbriver.
Kathy, Shrith waving hand.
Let's be honest,
Hey,
but
Shrith.
we also don't want to go north too soon that we can't handle it. Because we are obviously on barbaric difficulty. Yes, we can put a bedroll down, but, you know, that's not the point too much. Because what I'm trying to do with this as well is not just to get too careless that I do die too easily, but try and keep that mentality of treat it as if it was a nomad run almost. Yes, I'm building, I'm crafting and doing all that side of things, but
Troy, Angar, Kathy,
I mean sort of on the sort of figuring things out side of things, managing the stamina, what we carry, etc. Certainly the combat, you know, to try and learn a few things as well. But yeah, since they now made that change where NPCs can roll dodge, not too sure about a nomad run now, because that's going to make it more interesting, definitely. Now that they've made it that NPCs can dodge you a lot easier, that's certainly going to make a run very interesting. And I haven't tested it out yet, but I have been hearing that people say that now, because they dodge like they do, apparently, especially agility-focused followers, are pretty nifty with daggers now. And we'll hopefully be, next time, maybe at a point where we could go maybe start looking at getting ourselves a friend. And getting them sorted out, but we want to get ourselves kind of established a little bit first. Before we do that, because we need some decent gear for them. I mean, yes, we can't get it too good, but if we can get ourselves kitted up a bit, then even if I can pick up some heavy pieces from these guys for them, we can chuck that heavy on our friend when we get them and hopefully keep them alive. But we'll have to see with that one. But it's definitely good fun the way they've changed it now. The server that I've been playing on is kind of funny, watching my berserker swinging all over the place, just swinging the mace everywhere and missing everything completely. But funny thing I found is a little trick that if I just aim it and time it right, if she's got one person on her, she starts swinging and misses. I just give them a kick like that, kick them towards her, and 9 times out of 10 she either smacks them over the head if they're on the floor and kills them, or hits them when they're falling in front of her.
Someone's coming.
Are they? I don't see them. I don't see nobody. Just passing through, dude. Ow. Well, that wasn't very nice. Shoot somebody in the back with an arrow. They're only passing through. Ay, ay, ay. Neighbours aren't very friendly, are they? I've quite a bit of wood on me as well. Didn't need to bring that out with me. Oops. All the stone. Why am I trying to repair them with stone? I don't need to repair them with stone. I'm going to drop that. We're going to drop that. And that. And that. Because we don't need them now. Yeah, they only weigh a little bit, but we don't need them. They're just weighing us down for the sake of weighing us down. Right. Have you already killed the crocodile again? Looks like you have. Yep, you have indeed. Yep. Hello, sir. Excuse me. Hiya. Oh, you sneaky sons of... Did you see that? Yeah. Nice try, dude. You tried, but you failed. Oh, look at that. Big arrows again, no armour. It's almost like even in Barbaric, the chance of you getting armour has been made even harder as well. Just to be funny. Because that's hilarious. I bet if we were doing this on a easy difficulty or the normal difficulty they usually play, and I bet you we'd get some really easy. They'd probably drop a full set like the Berserker did for me that time. Up at Mounds of the Dead.
I love that they can dodge now. Sometimes they roll off cliffs, or roll right to you. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, I was just saying that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you both run at each other and got a swing and you both completely miss each other. I was just saying with my follower on a server that I play on, the Berserker, I tell her to go and start hitting somebody and she'll run around swinging everywhere and miss them. So I just kick them towards her like that and she ends up taking him out with one hit. It's, yeah, it's hilarious. You can definitely have some fun with it. Still don't think it's as great as it could have been. It could have been better, but... Missed, dude, that's a rock. Oh, you little jammy sod. Oh, yeah, right. No stamina. Alright. Ow. That hurt. Hey. Crap moment. Can't even take a potion because they hit you and it cancels it out. I think we're going to end up dying here. Maybe, unless we can just run away. Are you seriously keeping up, dude? Seriously, you're going to follow me all this way?
1 HP.
Get out of it. Oh. Yeah, this could be bad. Ay, 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 ay.
Lol, good thing you weren't bleeding.
Oh yeah, no, I know, that would have been it for sure then, definitely. Would have been rather done for then. Yeah, that would definitely have gone south very quick. Yeah, that was definitely a oh crap moment. Then you have to remember, you're trying to do a family show. So you want to keep it as oh crap and not say anything else. Ah, dear me. Hey, it creates good
That is an
entertainment.
experienced player.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's eat.
I'll eat. Thank you. I don't know about experienced player, but I think it was me getting a little bit too cocky with the first guy that ended up in the water at first, and the archer, and because he power shot me a couple of times. Yeah, and if you came down in decent gear and they did that to you, you know, end game gear, they'd barely scratch you. But the fact that I'm only wearing a medium headpiece and a chest piece and a light bottoms and boots, yeah, that's why that hurt. But yeah, things will definitely start to get more interesting as we make our way. I think eventually, build-wise, I am going to build, as a lot of people do, out near sort of north of Seppa Maru, I think, eventually.
Watch out!
Watch out. Hi, what's up? What's wrong? Just because you got a speed, try and kick me, then you miss. That's on you, dude. Missed. Did I just see things then? Did I say she was named? Or was I seeing things? Could have been my camera angle, but that health bar on her looked like she had a name on it. Not a name, but a board around it, but it could have just been the camera angle.
Name
But
Carpenter.
I thought it was. I just kind of made out the image around my, around your bar. Yeah.
She
I
is
thought
named Carpenter.
typical. See? She won't be there next time now as well when I'm ready for one. Because obviously, single player, if I go out of render range, she'll respawn as something else. Hey? That's when the game knows how to be really cruel to you. And end up, oh, let's give you a name Carpenter because you're not ready for one yet, but let's give you one. And you could guarantee she would be an absolute pain in the posterior to knock out, even if she's only an exile. But, and I cannot remember in all my time of playing that I've ever seen the name Carpenter
I love
there.
the women in these games.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's like the game, to put it politely, sticking a middle finger up at you and saying, here's a name Carpenter, you don't need it yet, but here you go. It knows you can't take it yet because you've not got the capability to knock her out yet. Which, yeah, if I'd have had some heavy armour on and there wasn't two of them, may have tried it, but with this setup and lack of stamina, I really don't fancy that, and we don't really have a use for name Carpenter yet, but that is just typical of Conan, what it does to you.
Here you how's things been playing the stream on the PlayStation big screen, while I had to do a few things gotta get labs the view for the. I actually built 2 gentlemen's club on both maps face with tears of joy. And there's that feeling when you kill a good one by mistake.
Yes, there is that as well. When you just, especially if you're in a big fight, there's so much going on, and or you've got a follower with you and they're killing everything else, and you're trying to tell them to stop because you don't want them to kill the named person, and they still swing one more hit and end up killing them, and oh, yeah, it's not good. It definitely hurts. It definitely does. It's yeah, it's not nice. Did we have...
Hi, naughty.
I thought we picked up some more reptile hide. Do I put it in? No, I've already done it. There we go. That's why. Naughty, good to see you. Welcome on in. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you. Yes, I've had that on a couple of occasions.
How's things?
Where, yeah. It can be even more gutting sometimes when you...
I once killed a Delancier. I am not covering for you rolling on the floor laughing.
To be fair, in the heat of the moment, it's easily done. Yeah, I'll put Mounds of the Dead up here. There's a few places she can be. As we'll see later in the series when we get up there, hopefully. I think around about here. I think it is. Maybe a bit further over. The Stargazer's Crest is one place she can spawn. She can spawn wandering around Mounds of the Dead as well.
Good, thanks. Hungry and waiting for curry to arrive, sign of the horn.
She can also spawn on this little... We call it an island, even though it's up a hill. It's still like a little island, but a lot of experienced players, I want to say, rather than veterans or old school players and all that, but we'll call this Death Valley, Death Hill, Death Central, Danger Hill, whatever you want to call it, because there's, if she spawned, there's Delancier up there, there's a bearer that always spawns up there, there's at least 2 fighters that spawn up there.
What did you order today, Angar?
Guaranteed high level. I say guaranteed high level, but you can guarantee they're a tier 3. And the Berserk, the Sumerians hit like absolute trucks. There was one time when I was doing a playthrough, we were up here running around Mounds of the Dead, and we ran into Delancier, and yeah, I managed to knock her out eventually, but she killed me twice in the process of doing it, because that girl hits like a truck. Yeah, she's definitely worth getting though. If you can put the work in later game and you can get yourself a Delancier, or if the Headhunter event's running, Which
Chicken madras for Mrs. Angar and methy chicken for me.
ooh, they both sound amazing. Definitely, they sound really tasty. But yeah, it's not running at the moment. But the Headhunter event is running, where you have to kill or capture sorcerers. There's a little place all around this area here, where you got Thugra's stand and another little camp, and then you've got the Dafari headquarters, as we like to call it.
The curry rice. I
Um,
had chicken nuggets.
another camp just
Beaming
over
faces,
here
smiling eyes.
that you can do, that we sort of aptly named the Monkey Run, because Naughty spent a lot of time down here when this event was on, because you've got undead hyenas that spawn around here as well. So if you've got a little follower that you need to level up, take some foundations with you, take a fluid press with you, make sure you've got plenty of stuff to repair your cleaver and what have you, take a good bow and arrow of some sort, keep pulling all the undead hyenas towards you, get your follower to kill them, they get some XP, you chop them up, chuck it in your compost bins as well, sorry I forgot about those, chuck your meat in your compost bin so it turns into putrid meat, chuck that in your fluid press, make yourself some ichor. So not only are you making yourself some ichor while you're down there, you're leveling your follower up as well. Because the undead hyenas around the sinkhole
The
give some
treasure seeker archers are bugged. I can't knock them out anymore.
I was going to mention that one. The Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers. I've had it happen occasionally when I went into the silver mine this is an online server that I play on, a community server, where one time I could knock one out, but then the next time I went in, they weren't getting the torpidity bar above the head. It's the same in the silver mine as well. I got one out of there one time, but then the next time I went, I was thinking, why is my follower not knocking this person out yet? And then I went a bit closer and there's no knockout bar. So that does seem to be, I don't know what platform you play on, you say you're on Xbox or if you're on PC or whatever, your PlayStation, but yeah, I've noticed that one on PlayStation as well, that they do seem to be bugged at the moment, and you cannot knock them out. And yes, they're not as great as they used to be, but Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers are still kind of your, I would say, mid-game followers. If you can start off down here, get
Only
yourself...
the treasure seeker fighters can be knocked out.
So the fighters are working, it's just the actual archers that aren't... Right. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, so they're not bugged totally then, it's just it's only the archers that you can't knock out. Well, yeah, they're probably some of your mid-level followers that are, yes, they're agility based, but they are pretty decent. They used to be better back in the day, but obviously they're pretty decent now, unless of course you can get yourself up to the same area where you get them into Sepp and Maru. If you can get yourself a decent fighter 3 from Sepp and Maru, a lot of them Stygians, different races. The race doesn't...
Things that get you into infamy, lol, grinning, squinting face, always the Icor farm tractor.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's a perfect thing, because it's teaching people that you're doing more than you're multitasking. You're leveling a follower and making yourself Vicar while you're there. So
I remember when you knocked out the bandit leader.
Bandit leader. But yeah, what you pretty much want to do is these couple of one-skull people that we've been killing, if you can knock yourself one of them out early on, yeah, they're not brilliant, but if you can knock one of them out, get them in some basic heavy armour of some sort, get them levelled up on New Briv a little bit, they'll certainly get you going on the game and get you moving a little bit. And then if you get yourself up to, I think it's around about here, there's someone in place. If you're feeling brave enough to go in there, or by the time you've then got this first follower and they've kind of got some decent levels on them, go in there. Or I can't remember the exact spot, but if you get to the camp that's just above here, just over here somewhere, I think is on the outskirts of that camp, there is a solo cannibal brute that you could go and try and take on if the hyenas haven't killed them. you could knock them out. There is one that spawns at the steps at the bottom of the dregs, but that's one heck of a fight to try and get to them. But yeah, either get yourself this solo one, or you could go into the summoning place, which we'll probably do at some point.
The more things you can work into a farm, it's called efficiency.
Exactly. We'll hopefully get ourselves a cannibal brute at some point from there. They're not 100% guaranteed spawn at the two. They are at the one down here, but again, this one at the dregs isn't 100% guaranteed. It can't. I don't think it can be a fight of 3. I've noticed the same with the summoning place as well. There's 2 spawns, so as you run in the main steps, you either go left or right up the top ends again, and again it can be a tier 3 fighter typically, or the cannibal brute. And back in, was it Age of Sorcery when they were broken, I think it was, there was a particular chapter that a cannibal brute was almost stronger than Delincia or a Berserker, and they'd get you through 99% of the game. I think I had one with the OP setup, as we call it, and I think she ended up with momentum eventually. And with the well-trained perk from Authority, she was getting something stupid like 6,000-7,000 health, and with all her food buffs and potion buffs, she was getting over 100, 125 strength weapon bonus. So she were pretty much 2-tapping things like the arena champion and what have you, which was to think a cannibal brute, which is the if you will tier 4 equivalent of a tier 4 fighter from the Defari faction, who, bear in mind, the Defaris are only the second tier in tribes within the game. You've got the Exiles on Noob River, where we are now, then you've got the Defaris, then you've got Dogs of the Desert, you've got the Lemurians, and then the Pirates over in the jungle, Relic Hunters in your sort of Seppa Maru area, then you start to get into like your Nordheimers.
The bosses hit hard, but they don't have enough HP in the end.
Your Nordheimers, and then obviously your Cimmerians over at Mounds of the Dead, which most of these we will come into contact with eventually. But obviously we just want to pace it through and work our way up to it, because the last thing you want to do, especially as a new player, is spawning down here and think, oh wow, look at this map, and then try and run all the way up here somewhere because you think, oh, I want to get into the green area, that looks nice. Trust me, you won't make it to the green area. Even if you do, you won't last 5 minutes, because the higher up you go in the tribes or the factions, if you want to call them that, the harder people hit. But just as a quick update again for anybody new that's here, that's not been here last week, or that is new to the game,
At Buccaneers Bay you can knock out the 1-star bosses. Yes, I killed a Delincia, shame on me. But she respawns, so it's okay.
Exactly, and don't worry about it, I've done it as well. I'm sure we've all done it. It happens, unfortunately. Build yourself a little one foundation box like this, because if I go in here, as you see the top left there, the little buff that appears now means that we're sheltered. So if we do get a sandstorm, which is a mechanic in the game that starts over here at Seppa Maru, blows all through the unnamed city, and it's right down here, and it stops round about here, I think it is, or just before it, because you've got I can't remember his name now, but there's the guy in the Sunswept Ruins that you go to make one of your artifacts with. I've forgotten his name, but somebody will tell me in chat his name. But the guy down there, he's done a spell of some sort to stop it getting through to the jungle where the Lemurians are. And a kind of a little spoiler, but I'm not going to spoil it too much, because again we'll see her. But there's also a story behind the Witch Queen as well, that you fight in the Witch Queen's palace, that she's actually somebody else who is not only shown at the start of the game, you'll actually meet her over here at Seppa Maru as well, once you've defeated the Witch Queen. But we'll come to that at some point eventually. So I'll just highlight that now so you're aware of it, but yeah. Right, let's go see if our little friend this way has respawned. Oh, you're the baby one. I don't want to lock onto you. I'm trying to lock onto the big one. Where is he? There he is. But yeah, for the benefit of YouTube, I have remember to speed up the night time now, because I'd forgotten to do that last week. I thought I'd done it, but I hadn't, unfortunately. But now I have, so at least you can all see, and you see how quickly the night time goes now. Because unfortunately, YouTube doesn't like night time in games.
Sorcery cave for some loot.
Yes, that is very true. We've got the sorcery cave for some loot that we can also do as well. Which, for those who are wondering, is up the river here. And if you follow this river, it's about here, I think, somewhere, the entrance, around about there. You can get some good loot from there, if you're lucky. Which, if we can do that, then actually we could get some better base level weapons than what we already have now. You could get steel tier, or even hardened steel, perfected steel even, if you're lucky. Which in a nomad run they are very helpful. And again, I don't have to worry about things being on benches, because obviously I am playing single player. We don't need to take that out with us, don't need to take that with us. Just put the wood on there for the minute as well. Just because we don't need to take that out with us. Let's grab that and that away. We've got heals, yep, we're good there. Right. Yeah, we've got time, so let's go do that. Let's go see if we can find it. And then I can obviously show you guys where it is as well, then, for the benefit of those who may watch in the future who don't know where it is. And it's fairly easy to get to. I don't really recommend fighting the shellbacks that are in there, because those guys surprisingly hit quite hard. So you can run past them, you can outrun them, they're not too terrible to dodge, so you don't have to worry about that. You do start gaining a little bit of corruption when you're in here, so you don't want to again hang about in there too long. But it's not a mega massive amount, so you know you don't need to worry too much about it really. What's up, boys? Or girls, could be girls, we don't know, but yeah. Those aggressive shellbacks, they are, again, not too difficult. They're not as hard as the one skulls to take down, but you do have to kind of just be careful with them. Your worst one is the one skull when you're early on. Right, are you going to fight us this time, or are you going to turn away again? Oh, you're actually going to try and fight me this time. Good for you. Just stack that, ow, stack that bleed, and yeah. Oh, there we go, that got us the level that we need. Let's just give ourselves a tiny bit more health there. And I think at this stage, be better once we can get some medium armour, because we'll get a tiny bit more armour. Plus it'll give us slightly better carry weight than the light one. Oh, sounds like the NPC is fighting the shellbacks this time. Now it's funny, it's not her, but that voice is literally the same voice that Delincia has. Now are you... You right. Oh, it is. I thought it was. Yeah. You've also got Tessa the Blade, who I think, if I'm correct, sounds like that as well. Whoa. But she actually has the same ponytail.
And we'll catch up later.
No worries, Angar. Thank you for being here as always. Good to see you. And you and Mrs. Angar both enjoy the curry. Hopefully we'll see you over the weekend at some point. Good to see you. Thank you for being here once again. I'm not going to bother with any of that. Only because we might get something better in here.
Bye Angar and born a biotite.
Bon appetit indeed.
Anna the Reaver is a poor man's Delincious no-owl hunter.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, poor man's Delincia. Tessa the Blade's pretty good as well. Like I say, because she actually looks like her as well. Very similar sort of hairstyle and what have you. Yeah. Poor man's Delincia, I like it. Yeah. She's your first girlie that carries you through your first part of your game. Or hopefully will carry you through your first part of the game. If she's got the stats to obviously go with it. Yes, they don't have a huge amount of health, because they have been nerfed a lot in recent years. I think they used to start with over 1,000, but now they're like 800, I think.
I can't believe you would be picking on Anna the Reaver. That's bullying. Slightly smiling face.
I know.
Everyone. Evening at Gamlab 6791.
I know. Terrible picking on Anna the Reaver. I like her as well. But yeah. It was just unfortunate that we need the loot off her at the moment, and she just happened to be the one that was around. Well, yeah, Anna the Reaver's another cool one as well. Just a pity that they are so weak, damage-wise and health-wise. But they will get you to your... these damn disgusting bugs before I drop them. Have I gone too far yet? No, we're not there yet. A bit more yet. Yeah. Damn disgusting bugs. Ugh. Max will agree with that one, won't you? Ugh. Disgusting. Well, yeah. If you were to ask me, I'll still tell you that Delincia is always my favourite. She always has been, she always will be, fighter-wise. Sumerian Berserker's pretty much a tied first place, obviously, because they're awesome as well. But if you, and entertainer-wise, if I can get hold
the
of...
named Exile fighters you find at Cinnares Refuge are much better. Really poor HP but DMG multiplier over 2.
Yes, they can be. I've had one in the past. I'm trying to remember her name now. Oh, what's she called now? One of the named ones. Oh, it's that long since I've had one now. I can't remember her name, but again, there's...
Frigga False Hope and another one.
Frigga False Hope, that's the one. Yeah, Frigga False Hope. She's pretty decent.
Good evening everybody again. Sry, had to step away from the PC for a while. Hope you all have a great start into the weekend.
Ah, it's alright Max, no worries. Good to have you back again. I was just eating some bugs before I threw them away and was just saying like you would say, ah, damn disgusting bugs. Ugh. Disgusting. But yeah, got to eat them if we need to survive, don't we? Have I gone too far for this cave, or am I near it? I
Disgusting.
Can't... Yeah.
Deirdre Deathbringer.
Deirdre Deathbringer, that's her, yeah. Deirdre Deathbringer, she is another good one, yes. That is very true. But again, you have to get very lucky to get them, because they're not guaranteed spawns. what are guaranteed spawns are the named
Max waving hand.
people at the back. Like the... Am I going too far here now? Am I going here? Yeah, other way I think. Not been here for a little while.
Who are you, Shadow?
Who am I? Nobody for you to worry about. What's that camp there? I don't remember that camp being there. Where am I going here, chat? Am I going too far here? Oh, am I right on it? I cannot remember. No, we should be here. We should be here somewhere, I think. Ah, there we go. Found it. So yeah, this is the sorcery cave for anybody who's watching in the future that may be interested. At the bottom left-hand corner, more or less, is the name city. If you follow the river up as we've done here, you'll know at this spot just here. There are undead shellbacks in here that, again, I don't recommend you fight with. Just outrun them, which you can do. They'll try and jump you, but just watch your stamina and you should be fine.
Waving hand.
There's a couple there, another one there. Of course they'll jump at you like that, but you can just ignore them, reset your stamina, and then you want to run all the way to the back out of here. And then when you get through this point, as you'll see, they can't get through here, they're stuck out there. So yeah, you're pretty much safe once you get in here. And what you want to do is interact with this bench here. That will give you your Tome of Kurak, some pouches, and a magic wand, as some people like to call it. Right. Let's see. Apologies that it's a bit dark a moment. Can't remember which one it is now. More forces of nature, is it? There we go. Oh, make a sorcerer any day. Look at that. Right, let's see what we've got. Oop. Not buttons. Gold and silver. Now that will expire before I get back to it. Take that. Nab those a minute. Yeah, I could take those others, but again it's carrying stuff that's going to be an issue. That. Take that a minute as well. I say iron bars, etc. we can worry about making when we need to do. I don't want to spend too much time in here because of the corruption for one thing, but also that bridge will expire before I get back to it as well, probably. What have we got here? Oh,
What's the ram skull about? Never seen one.
not too sure. Oh, there goes my bridge. I've just heard it break. We're not going to bother with that. Don't know if there is any more. Oh, yeah, there's another one here. Take all of that.
But the confused barbarian just decoration.
Oh, there we go. Just a decoration. Now you know. Nothing in there really. No. One with that, and then that one we did. I believe that's everything. Don't think I've missed any anywhere else.
Okay, thanks.
But yeah, I don't want to spend too long in here. Right. If we go back over here, pull up that. Put one of those back across again. Oh,
That would
look
be
at
a
that.
good way to start a quest. Finding a random ram skull in a chest with a note attached.
Yeah, it would a bit, wouldn't it? Like, oh, a random ram skull. What's that all about? Where am I going here? Need to find my exit in here. That's my bench. These aren't lootable, even though they look like they are. Oh, torch broken with no way to repair it. Typical. Oh. So, apologies about the darkness a moment. But there's not a lot we can do about that. That's one. Yeah. That's two. I think the other one didn't bother. He ignored us, so we're alright. Just gotta watch this one at the door when we get back up here now. Ow. Yep, he got me stuck. Oh, ow. Out we go, and then hopefully, if it's still a thing, yeah, as you can see, they can't come out of there.
Time to start a cult.
Yeah. So that trick with the sorcery bridge, that definitely helped us. Ooh, look at that. Glad I picked them up. A couple of purple lotus orbs. They should be very helpful later down the line. But yeah, what we need to do next... what level are we now? We are... Oh yeah. So now, what we need to do next time is get ourselves a friendship wheel built, as we like to call it, the wheel of pain as it's known as, but the friendship wheel, or the wheel of re-education as other people like to call it, or as one of our other awesome creators likes to call it, the Job Centre Plus. We're going to call it that, Job Centre and the Job Centre Plus, that's another thing to call it. Or the wheel of employment, whatever you want to call it, but yeah, we don't like to call it the wheel of pain around here. Just a bit brutal that we have to bash people over the head with a stick to make them become our friends, but you've got to do what you've got to do, I guess. So we'll have a look, I think, at getting, like I say,
a long run to Conan's pub.
I could have done with doing, yeah. Well, it's having enough food and stuff on me to do it, and then I've got to get back all the way home again. I don't think I've got that much food on me, to be honest. Hope I'm heading down river. Yes, we are.
Are you playing on PlayStation 5? Because I heard that it never received a graphical update like Xbox Series X.
I certainly am playing on PlayStation, yes. PlayStation 5. Yep. Indeed. Certainly am. And with regards to a graphical update, I'm not so sure. It could well be the case that it didn't for PlayStation, but...
Out of the Ramstein, lol, they meet at the pub.
Yeah, that's true. Could start a new thing, couldn't we? Whoop. I mean, I am only playing solo, so...
Named dancer behind.
Yeah, that was probably Unseen Hidden Daggers? If it was
Yes, we do.
Defari faction, I think there'll be Unseen Hidden Daggers, I think. Hello, Mr. Crocodile. Goodbye, Mr. Crocodile. Don't want to fight you, Mr. Crocodile. Yeah, I think if that was Defari faction, it would have been Unseen Hidden Daggers, I believe she's called.
No male one, Exile faction.
Oh, it was a male. Sorry, I didn't see whether it was a male or a female. You just said dancer, so I couldn't tell you what he was called then. No idea on that one. You might be a bit injured now because you've just been fighting them. Oggy, oggy, oggy.
No, don't want him.
Yeah, I can do that as well, dude. Clever, isn't it?
LOL, I will never get a male dancer face with tears of joy.
Yeah, I know what you mean with that one. It just feels a bit strange, doesn't it? Especially if you're a guy as well.
Male dancers, they just don't exist. Terrible hitboxes rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, light chest piece, look at that. That's no good to us, we've already got medium. But we'll take the repair kit though. That will be very helpful to us, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I think, is it 2 purple lotus orbs we've got? We might even do that next week if I get some...
I make the male dancers stand in place low.
Leather gathered up. We might do the run to Seppenbrew next week. Because we could potentially, if we could take the materials to... no, maybe we weren't going to say. We might even go to the jungle next time and go and...
on them. I know what it feels like, but YouTube will censor me.
Yeah, obviously you've got to, well, you don't have to do, but yeah, not to be sort of reasonable with things, but yeah, no, I was thinking we might go separate route because we've got those couple of purple lotus orbs and go and try and knock somebody out up there, but we'd have to carry all the materials up there to be able to build the wheel up there, and yeah. We need to get rid of the corruption, but that's not to say that we can't do that. You know, we could obviously do a little bit of a venture round, get a wheel made, maybe try and knock one of these exile people out. The one skulls, I mean, obviously. Take one of those with us and get them to carry some...
W5B, I started taming them lately, to manage siege cauldrons in purge bases.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah. You might as well if you're just sticking them on a cauldron in your purge base, you know, put them to good use. There's no harm in doing that at all.
And I don't want to cause Labs channel problems.
Well, that's very considerate of you, so thank you. That is very much appreciated. Yeah, very, very much appreciated. But yeah, we've got a couple of those, which will certainly be helpful. Yeah. So we still need a bit better gear, but we've progressed a little more at least. We've gained a few more levels, so I think next week we definitely need to aim at getting ourselves a friendo, as they say. Go see if we can bonk them on the head rather
I'm
than...
naughty, not stupid, lol, grinning, squinting face.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll try and get a friend and try and befriend somebody. See if we can convince them to be our friend. And help us out by carrying some stuff. Hopefully we get somebody with reasonable stat chances. Not guaranteed, of course, but you never know. We'll have to see on that one. Let me take that off a minute. There we go. Yeah, maybe not got as far as we'd like to have done. It's kind of been a bit higgledy-piggledy, I realise this week, but I'll have a look through these weapons that we picked up as well. See if there's anything we're going to use. Probably not, because I'm not big on swords as such, but is there a decent level one? I may well give it a try. See how we go, because daggers won't get us through everything. Sometimes the sword would be a little bit easier. I'll probably make up a basic wooden shield as well. And yeah, we're only about 3 minutes or so off 9 o'clock already. That is our 2 hours done. So yeah, before we go, I hope Max will forgive me this one, but I'm going to pitch one of
Somebody hold me till this feeling of responsibility passes.
I hope Max will forgive me for this one. I'm going to pinch one of his outros. So you got something to say, Labs? Which, yes, I have.
Like everyone.
And that is to say a great big thank you to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you to everybody that's been chatting. Great to see you all as usual. Thank you to the new people, if anybody new that's not been here before. Very welcome, of course. Good to see you. Thank you to anybody that was lurking in the background and didn't comment but were watching. Like I say, do say hello. We don't bite. Great to see you. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the comments as usual. If you haven't considered subscribing yet, do consider doing so. Totally free for you to do, and it helps me out a lot. Helps me grow the channel, of course.
Thanks for streaming.
But
Good
the main
night.
thing is for everybody to have fun with it and to enjoy it, and I hope you did. Once again, if you didn't leave a like already, please do consider doing so. And as the sun sets, we shall say farewell. Go and enjoy your weekend. Don't forget, check out Hobo Gamer over the weekend. If you fancy a bit of Ark or some more Conan, depending on what he's doing, or
Thumbs
maybe
up.
even something different, do check out Max with the Campfire Clowns and their weekend shenanigans of what they get up to on Saturday and possibly Monday as well. And then, of course, I think Bossman Angar will be around on Sunday for his stream. And other than that, have a great weekend going forwards. If I see any of you in the chats over the weekend, I'll see you there. Or if not, I will see you back here Friday, same time, 7 PM, where we'll hopefully progress a little bit more. Thanks everybody, have a great weekend, have a great week. See you later.